Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, I'm live. I'm live now. Can you see me now? If you can see me, put a something in the chat so that I know that you are there. So, good morning, everybody. Yes. Oh my gosh, I hear it on my YouTube. Okay, I'm going to shut that off. I don't want two going at the same time. Good morning. Welcome to the wake up call. Can you hear me well? First of all, can you hear me well? If you can hear me, then we are off to a good start. That's the main goal. So the numbers girl is saying yes. Thank you. Eight's creative is here. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so we can hear and I can be here with you. So my name is Lynn Dupuis. I am the host of the Wake Up Call. I'm also the CEO owner of LMD Solutions, a small business that has been running for 12 years. I do governance training, I do governance 101 with organizations, I do strategic planning, and I have decided that one of the things that I want to do is create better board members. I want everybody to feel efficient and confident when they are at the board table. And this is why I created this. So welcome. We're going to be having daily chats at 9 a.m. over coffee. This is my cup today. I always have a different cup, so stay tuned. This is my cup today. Let's go crazy. It's a Bob Ross. I figured today I had that vibe. I had that energy. So we're going to do that today. Get crazy. So I've been doing governance for about 20 years now. 20 years on various types of boards. Like I was on boards when my kids were in daycare. I was on boards in higher end circles, like at the hospitals and electric companies. And um, I've been a consultant on for organizations as governance training or governance professional. I've been in all the positions. I've been in a chair position. I've been a new member. I've been in an organization that has a board. Nonprofits are a special beast, and I've been doing this for over 20 years. And my mission, as I was just saying, is to support board members. I want to create better board members so that everybody shines. The organization shines better. I want everybody to feel confident. I want somebody sitting at a board table that has never done it before to feel like they know what questions to ask. I want somebody who's been there for a very long time and might have become passive to feel re-energized because I have been there. I have been on boards for many years, the same board, or let's say, and sometimes things get a little dry, and need to reinvigorate your engagement, and doing that is not always easy. So as much as this is for new board members or people who've never done it, it's also for people who've been doing it for a really long time and don't feel like things uh, are as passionate as they used to be, I guess. If you're here and I can see that there's people on the line, say hi in the chat. I want to see who's here because I can see that there's people here, but I can't see till you chat. If you're able to chat, you need to sign in apparently. So yesterday we were doing tests and stuff. And so if you have a YouTube account, you'll be able to chat and comment. So if you want to do that, register or subscribe. And while you're at it, subscribe to this channel. Like, subscribe. I'm a YouTuber now. Did you know? Okay, so um, why did I want to create the wake up call? Oh, by the way, these episodes are going to be about 15 minutes. So, like, really quick coffee chats in the morning. I don't want to take up a lot of your time. I don't want to take up a lot of my time. And I want to make this accessible. So, we will get into tips and tricks. We're going to get into tools. And the goal, why did I create this in the first place? Why do I need to talk to you in the morning? Why do I need to do this with you? Well, um, boards and governance and nonprofit organizations and how it functions is not always accessible. You know, like we don't always realize that all of these nonprofits, all of these organizations, even your kids' soccer leagues, and even the hospital, and all organizations that get funding from the government and things like that, all have boards of directors. And and and, and these people who sit on those boards, a big majority of these people are volunteers, just like you, just like me. And these people take time out of their month or out of their year to sit on these boards, to oversee these organizations. Did you know that? First of all, did you know that that happens, and that people are sitting there controlling or guiding or setting the vision for these organizations? And anybody can become a board member. So I feel that that is not accessible enough. I feel that people don't know about that, and these are great opportunities for your resumes, for business knowledge, for learning, for professional development, and to use your knowledge and capacities to be able to provide this to other people. So that's why I'm doing it. I feel like these board members are volunteers, and they show up once a month or they show up every other month, and sitting in that chair, you want to feel confident, right? So if there are board members here, sometimes you're sitting there and you're not quite sure how you can contribute to the betterment of the organization, how you can read these documents and feel good about it. And so that's what I want to create. I want to create a space where we can talk. And this is like one of my, I'm going to say, one of my pride and joys is that I talk real about governance. I try not to use big words. I try not to make it sound complicated. I try to be rational and relatable when I talk about it. And I hope that I'm able to share that with you. And I hope that you feel that, because governance is a mystery sometimes. We go on the board and we listen, and we're not sure about their governance model. We're not sure about how they operate, but we've been asked to participate and we've been brought on to a board. And when you're a new board member, you should know what questions to ask. Or when you're being recruited, and you want to go on a good board, and you want to make sure that you're joining something that is efficient and effective, and you're going to be engaged while you're there, I'm going to have some questions for you that you can prepare in advance, so that you know if the board runs well, if the organization is safe, if there's risk management, all of those types of things that you have to be aware of when you're joining a board. All right. So when are we going to do this? We're going to do this live at 9 a.m. Every day that I can. And I don't know if I can take this on the road. Wouldn't that be interesting? So there are days when maybe I won't be available, and maybe either I'll record it in advance, or I will go and take you on the road. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'm not sure. I'll have to talk to my tech people. Bonjour tout le monde. Francine Vaillancourt, I see you. Suzanne Rondeau. I feel like I should have a mirror, like on Romper Room. Anybody know that? I feel like I could say hello to everybody, and that would be super fun. All right. One thing that I want to share with you is the calendar. So if you go on my website, and I'm going to share the link right here in the chat, if you go to this website page from my website, there's a calendar there that you can download, and then you can keep, you can put it on your bulletin board, and then you can remember what episodes are going to be happening and prepare questions, and see when you can see when the free tools are coming, because Thursdays are going to be the free tips and tricks and tools. So you're going to want to show up to that. On Mondays, generally, we do like an overview of the week. We do Monday motivation. We do those kinds of things. On Tuesday, we talk about a specific topic. And then on Wednesday, oftentimes it's going to be like an ask me anything or a conversation style, or I'm going to ask you things to do. And then Thursday, there's a free tool that you're going to be able to download, register for, and download automatically. It'll come to your email, I guess. or you'll be able to click just like this one. And then on Friday, we celebrate wins. So I'll probably talk about good things that have happened during the week here. I'll invite you to chat about good things that happened during the week. And that's how the weeks are going to be structured. So I really look forward to this opportunity to chat with you. I did this back in 2020 when I was doing professional coaching and things like that. And the professional coaching, I found that people were looking to be engaged. They wanted to be motivated. They wanted to do things, and I was seeing a parallel in my day-to-day consultancy with boards, and it transformed. It kind of took its own life and became this tool that I was using. These tools, these engagement pieces that I was using on the coaching side, I was using them in boards, and it was being effective. It was bringing out effective and efficient and confident board members, and I want to share that with you. So that's why in 2020 when I was going live, I had like 70 some, I don't know, lots of episodes that I did for months and months on end when it was the pandemic and we wanted to chat and the early morning lives. It was really fun and I really enjoyed it. And I thought that it would be a great medium for me to come on, share a cup of coffee with you, and talk governance on a very effective and very um, relatable platform, just like this. All right. Suzanne says, yes, the expectations are never discussed with new board members. The president says what he or she feels is important, and then governance models is never alluded to. And I totally agree with that. Oftentimes, and I will talk about this a lot, is the recruitment process for board members. And if that is something that interests you, write that in the chat because recruitment of board members is crucial. And being recruited in a way that is not effective or efficient or lied to, if you want, to say, yeah, yeah, we meet once a month, and don't worry, it's going to be great. There's a supper, you won't have to do too much, and that's not taking the role seriously. And sure, it's fun. Sure, we get to have lunches or we get to have dinners together and we get to socialize and network with other people, but the task at hand is super important. And how we do that is super important. And if you don't know how to ask those questions, then you'll probably stay a little bit unaware, or you'll have questions, or you won't feel confident and engaged because you don't really know how things function around here. So I think that is super important. So yes, when you are recruiting, it's important to let people know what your governance model is. It's important to know when you're recruited on a board to ask about what the governance model is. And we're going to talk about governance models a little later in the month too, because what is a governance model? And a lot of people talk about like different types, like a Carver model or a policy led board or a working board. But fundamentally, there are roles and responsibilities that have to be followed despite despite the governance model. And so we're going to talk a lot about that, and I'll prepare that, and we'll be talking about it more um, uh, in a way that that I'm not fumbling with my words because I wasn't prepared to talk about that. But this is a great comment. I can see that there's people trickling in. So hello everybody, welcome to the wake up call. I'm almost done because I plan to talk for about 15 minutes. So in the does the link work, by the way? If you could comment in the chat here if that link works for you, and if you're able to get the calendar so that you can see what we're going to be doing. And I trickled it into October because we weren't starting at the beginning of September. So when the new calendar for October comes out, it'll be starting, in October, and we'll go through there. Um, so I also wanted to talk, well, I talked a lot about what is nonprofit governance, about how every organization in the nonprofit sector has a board of directors. And this is what the wake up call is going to be about. By the way, the wake up call came about because we as a team here, and I'm going to talk about the team a little bit later in this these episodes, because my team is a fantastic group of, we are 4 people. Like, how did this happen? I went from Lynn Dupuis running LMD Solutions as an independent consultant to a corporation this year, to having a team of 4 people with a director of operations and associates. And I'm so thrilled. It's so exciting for me because all of my ideas can now be soundboarded with other people, and I'm very excited to have the support, and I'm very excited to share these ideas and build the business in a way that is not just me. First of all, so I'm very cognizant of the time right now. So tomorrow, because we're going to do this every day, and I'm all dressed up. I don't know if I'm always going to be all dressed up for you. It's morning coffee after all, but we will be doing this every day at 9, to the best of my abilities. So subscribe and like this video and come back to it. And then also tomorrow, tomorrow the plan is to talk about, let's look at the calendar. Tomorrow the plan is to talk about the role of governance in nonprofit organizations. So what exactly does that mean? And if they are guiding the organizations, what does it mean? And if you're sitting there at the table, am I actually guiding a nonprofit organization? And how do I take that on when I don't even work in the organization? Oh, so many questions. I'm just such a governance geek, y'all, and I'm very passionate about this. And I really can't wait to share this with you. This journey that we're going to be on. This is episode 1 of the Wake Up Call. I'm sure my team is watching. A YouTube icon already. That's fantastic. I'm sure my team is watching me, and they will have criticism, and they will be like, "Okay, Lynn, you need to do this. You need to do this. Wrap it up, Lynn. Let's go." I can just see it coming. But thank you, everybody. That's it for the first episode of the Wake Up Call. I really, really look forward to continuing with you.